look at it, and you look at even the National Assembly, or pretty much the political class as we sit right now, and it is considered to be relatively young. Like the age is set at around 49, But that notwithstanding, you look at how the political class has been moving, their legislators have been moving, and one asks the question, at what point did that trust that was given by especially the young people, especially the current government that we're speaking about, forget the people that put them in, that today guys are just like, no. They're not doing anything.
There's a serious issue. If you look at the Gen Z demonstrations, the issue they took with their legislators specifically was that the legislators didn't listen to their views. And you see, we talk about public participation. We say that for you to be able to air your voice and to air your grievances, you should participate. But public participation, in my opinion, is not just going to a forum in a town hall or in a social hall somewhere in a sub-county and saying, I don't want this finance bill. It also, the sentiments that we are hearing on social media, it's called social listening. You should listen to that. If your constituents are sending you a message on WhatsApp saying, we don't want this finance bill for this reason, that reason, you should listen to that. I think that the trust deficit you're talking about emanated from there. Because if you elect a member of parliament to go to the National Assembly to represent you, and you tell them, I don't want this finance bill because of A, B, C, D, and they go against your wishes and pass that finance bill, obviously you will lose trust. And that's a thing where the kind of leaders we are choosing is the issue. And now we have an opportunity to make it right in 2027, right? That's what young people are saying. But if you look at where we are going with this conversation, making it right means voting out an entire political party, replacing it with a new political party. So what happens in these wave elections is that you don't take time to consider each elective position for what it is. You see, you have 6 ballot papers.
Right.
You have the president, the governor, the women rep, the senator, the member of National Assembly, and the member of County Assembly. Everything we're talking about here is at national level.
Yeah.
That's only the presidency. What about the 5 seats? The rest of them?
What about the very important member of the County Assembly?
Yes. Yeah. You see, when you say we're going with 1 term or 2 term, that is at national level. What about this MP you're talking about, the member of National Assembly who voted for the finance bill against the wishes of his or her electorate? That's another ballot paper. Are we going to now go the wave so that now we have a kingpin at the top who controls the parliament the same way it's being controlled at the moment? So we are removing these monkeys from this forest, withdrawing these ones, and replacing them with a fresh bunch who are wearing a different colored jersey. Do you understand? It's the wrong thing to do. What Wananchi need to do, if we are serious about change and if we are serious about progressing our country towards the right direction as we look at 2060, we need to look at each elective position and then gauge every aspirant in terms of merit. Who is this person? What is this person about? What is their manifesto? And how do they anticipate to implement their manifesto so that the manifesto is not just hewa? We want to see how are you going to sustain, how are you going to finance. When you tell us, like Sakaja now, he's saying he's going to do a railway line underneath this city from CBD to Islands. Great idea. How will you do it? Because we have sewage that is out of control. That if it rains kidogo, the storm water gets into the sewer line and pumps up raw feces onto our streets, into people's houses. We have storm water that is out of control such that it floods and people actually die in the capital city of the Republic of Kenya, and you're telling me you want your second term. That's what we're dealing with.
How is the partnership between the Nairobi County and the national government coming along? The 80 billion?
80 billion.
How is that coming along?
So that's our cooperative agreement, and it's coming along very well. Do you know why? Everything you see in this city from a developmental perspective at this moment, if you go to CBD, towards Mombasa Road, or coming from Mombasa Road, because this is where your office is, going back to the CBD, you will see the roundabouts have been expanded, you will see the drainages are being dug up, and infrastructure development is taking place. All that is national government.
Well,
and why I say it's going well,
but that was happening before everybody ponied up this 80 billion shillings for this new thing.
So road rehabilitation and improvement is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
But now we are getting specific resources for Nairobi and for our 85 wards. Why that's a big thing for us is because the county government of Nairobi was not doing that. In the financial year 2025-2026 that ended June 30th of this year, the entire 1 year, the governor did not tender a single ward development project.
And you, the members of the county assembly, had approved budgets for those things?
2 billion.
So where did the money go, and what happened?
He needs to tell us. When we came from recess, after the lapse of the financial year, I tabled a request on the floor of the assembly called a request for a utilization report, where I'm challenging the chairman for Finance, Budget and Appropriations Committee to inquire and report on the money that was collected. The 15.4 billion shillings that the governor said we have collected, on source revenue, and also the exchequer remittance that comes from Treasury every month, around the 15th of every month, about 1.5 billion.